Hello everybody, Bumblebee is here. I got two things I'm gonna have two videos up today. Of course, the first one, well, the second one's gonna be about Rage. Yes, I did get Rage today. I have it for PS3 and Xbox 360. I did get the Anarchy edition. That will be up. I am downloading the content for it and all the disc. So, what we have to talk about today is the iPhone 4GS. Yay! Apple did release their new products today. Um, Today they released all their new iPods. They did not talk about the iPad, but they did talk about the iPhone and the iPods. Now let me talk. Um, if you do not have if you do not have an iPhone and you really want one, say you love how the iPhone 4 looks, or you love everything about the iPhone 4, and you don't have an iPhone 4, I recommend going out and buying this one. Depends. Do you want to wait a year for the iPhone 5? Or do you want to just wait for the I or do you just want to get the iPhone 4GS? Because technically they released all the information about this today, and technically I don't know if I'm gonna get the 4GS. I don't really know. If I do, I'm getting the white one for sure. Yes, I got the white iPhone 4. See, white iPhone 4. Yeah, I got the white iPhone 4. If I do get the 4GS, I don't know if I am. If I do, I'm gonna get the white one for sure, not the black. I hate the black. The black's cool looking, but I prefer the white one. I don't know why. Back to what I was saying. The iPhone 4GS will be available October 14th. You can pre-order them starting October 7th. iOS 5, yes, iOS 5 is for iPod Touch 3rd gen and 4th gen and 5th gen. And the iOS is also for iPad 1 and 2, and is also available for iPhone 3GS and iPhone 4 and iPhone 4GS. Now, the iOS will be available for everybody on October 12th. If you have an iPhone or an iPod Touch or an iPad, you can download iOS 5 starting October 12th. That is when it's going to be available on iTunes. So you plug it on in. It should work with the Verizon. I'm pretty sure it will be on Verizon, just because they haven't been updating the stuff lately for Verizon, so I'm pretty sure they're just like, oh, well, we're not going to update it anymore because we have no time, so we're just going to give them the iOS 5. So, and that's what they're going to do. But back to what I was saying, the iPhone 4GS, it's what's called the iPhone 4S, but what it is just like the iPhone 4. So if you want to, I recommend, if you have $600 and if you were one of those people that are like, oh yeah, iPhone 5, yeah, and you found out, wait, iPhone 4S, and you had $600 saved, I recommend saving that money till next year for the iPhone 5, just because the iPhone 4S, there's nothing different about it. I will tell you everything that's different and what's not different right now. I did go to Apple today because I was looking at cases and all that, and I did talk to them about the iPhone 4S, and they did tell me everything, and pretty much the iPhone 4S is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be the same. It's going to still have the 3.5 screen. It's still going to have the same. How would I put it this way? It's going to look exactly the same. Everything about the iPhone 4S is exactly the same as the iPhone 4. Everything's exactly the same. The only difference, yes, the only differences between the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S is the iPhone 4S will have an 8 megapixel camera, yes, 8. It will have an A5 chip, and the antenna is so-called got fixed. That's the only differences. There's no other differences. That's three things that are different. If you were like wondering, wait, did it come with 4G? No, it does not have 4G. It still has 3G. Yes, kind of a ripoff. So if you want the iPhone 5, they said that iPhone 5 would probably have. Well, if you think about it, we're in that age of 4G is like becoming the newest thing, and 3G is like going bye bye. So if you really want 4G, I recommend getting a Droid. Or if you're one of those Apple fans, I recommend just just waiting for iPhone 5, because if you really think about it, the iPhone 5 will have 4G. I'm kind of disappointed. Why would they not put 4G in it? They didn't really do anything, to tell you the truth, about the 4GS, and I'm kind of sad about that. Everybody was expecting like a new design and 4G LTE and better camera and all. No, if you haven't noticed this with Apple, I actually kind of did notice this, but what they pretty much do is 1 year they're gonna have the. If you haven't noticed, they had the 3G, they had the 3GS, and now the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4GS. I've noticed a pattern here, and pretty much what it is I actually technically agree with this kind of thing. What they pretty much are doing is they're pretty much getting. They take the iPhone 4, or they take the iPhone, so like the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 will be out next year in September, October, whenever it is. The iPhone 5 will be out next year, which means it will have a new design and new features and all that crazy stuff everybody wants. And pretty much what they're going to do with the iPhone 5 is after so what, next year's 2012. So 2012 they're gonna have the iPhone 5. Then in 2013 it's gonna be the iPhone 4GS, and then no, iPhone 5S GS, whatever it is. If you think about it, I prefer this more, because if you're one of those people that just want like a faster phone, you could upgrade to the iPhone 4GS or iPhone 5GS, and it's good. But see, if you think about it, they're actually saving you some money, because if, say, they were to come out with the iPhone 4 this year and the next year's iPhone 5, okay, so you're pretty much wasting $600 every year just for a new phone, when you could just be wasting $200 a year, because if you're with Verizon or AT&T and all of them, you have the 2-year contract you get to sign. So if you think about it, you get the iPhone 4 right when it comes out. Okay, well, iPhone 4GS is 1 year, and then the first year you have the iPhone 4. Next year's going to be 4GS. So that means, hello, by the time your contract's up, the iPhone 5 will be out. So if you think about it, you're actually saving money, and I actually agree with Apple that this is actually a pretty smart thing they're doing right now. Yes, I know there's a bunch of people that are disappointed, and yes, I do agree with all that, but if you think about it, you're also saving $600. So instead of spending $600 on the iPhone 4GS, you'd be spending $200 on the iPhone 5. So I actually gotta agree with that. Like I said, it's not worth going out and spending $600. I might get it, but there is no difference. Only difference is 8 megapixel camera, and it will maybe be coming to Sprint. It said it's going to be on Sprint, Verizon, and AT&T, and yeah, that's the only differences between the iPhone 4GS and iPhone 5, and it has the A5 chip. That's the only differences. So I recommend saving your money. And in awesome news, all the iPods are the same. The only difference between the iPod Touch this year and the last iPod Touch is, yep, the iPod Touch is now available in white. So that's the only differences. iPod Nanos, Shuffles, Classics are all the same. iPhone 4 is exactly the same. iPod Touch is exactly the same, but just comes in white. So yeah, Apple didn't really do amazing this year, and I'm kind of mad about them. But whatever. Apple kind of failed this year, but till next time, I am making my video on Rage. So thank you.